Morning, how you making out? Doing all right? We haven't been on for a while, but I just wanted to show a video today of that we actually do get snow in Nova Scotia. Today's our first significant day of snowfall. You can see our greenhouse is covered here and our raised beds. I know it doesn't look like it's planting time, but we're ready to start planting. That's what our next agenda is to get all of our lights and stuff ready. So that's what we're going to talk about mostly today, is how we're going to start our seeds in our room where we do all our starting. So that's what our video is going to be mostly about today. So we're inside our seed starting room here. Actually, this is going to be the third year that we've planted. So I would just give you a look here of how we started. This is the setup we had when we first started. We had some fluorescent lights and we started our seeds like that. And they did okay, but they're not great. So we always try to expand a little bit each year and try to make things better. So this was our setup for the first year. But over here, this is our setup for the second year. So like I said, we try to improve things each year. So that first setup that we had, the lights were too far away from the plants to get them started. So we tried to come up with a way where the lights could be closer to the seeds. So that's where we came up with this. We found some secondhand fluorescent lights on Facebook Marketplace. Got a really good deal on them. So we bought a bunch of them and attached them to this 4x8 piece of plywood. And then we put them on these blocks of wood so that we can get them really low. As you can see in there, the lights are a lot lower to the things, and it really helps in seed starting. It's been a big difference what we've seen. And we also we've got, it would be hard to water, so we figured out that the casings for the fluorescent lights, we can put them all out like that and put all the seeds. I can water and then slide them back in. It works really good. So this is probably the best thing we've figured out since we've started planting, is because it's working for us great. So like I said, we start the seeds in here where the lights are low. So they go in these 9 count containers. So they stay in there until the plant gets too close to the light. So now we have places where we can take them once they get too tall for the light. We have these other places they can go a little bit higher. We're still doing some wiring to this place here, but will be the second place that the plants go after. Also over here, the original one that I showed you before. Don't have the lights on now, but they're all working. Okay, so here we are with all of our seed starters. I know a lot of people online say they don't like to reuse them, but like I've said before, we don't like to spend money that we don't have to. So we're going to disinfect them. We've got lots of time to work at it. We're going to disinfect them and use them again. We've got a massive amount, and we also have lots of red Solo cups here, hundreds and hundreds of them. They work good. So we've got everything ready that we need for this summer. We shouldn't have to buy too much more. We're going to use what we used last year, and that should be good. So we start the seeds in the 9x9 little cells, but then eventually they come up to this size. Actually, we get these ones from Amazon, these brown ones, and these green ones we get from our local Walmart. So I think our intention is to sell more plants this year. Most of the plants we had last year we used for ourselves, but our intention is to sell plants this year. So we get these nicer containers so that they'll be more attractive for people to buy. So that's our plan this year, is to sell started plants at the market. So like I said before, we try to expand every year, and this year we salvaged this piece of equipment here. We're going to be able to put seven shelves to start to take the plants to once they get a little larger. And we also, I'll show you the box first. This is another thing we found on Amazon. It's Barina LED lights, and we bought some last year and we loved them. They have a lot of advantages. There's no wiring to them at all. All they do is just plug in, and you can turn it on and off with this. And we've put as many as 5 or 6. They all attach to each other. Like you have this one, as you can see. This is the original one that goes around to this one, lights that one, and you can put another extension on. I'm not sure how many you can do. We've tried 5 or 6. You can probably even do more. We love them. Yeah, so if any of you are thinking about seed starting, these Barina off of Amazon work great. So we highly recommend these lights. They work really well. They're very light. You can put them anywhere. And like I said, they give off no heat. And they're LED lights, so they take up not very much electricity at all. So we love them. And as we expand, that's probably, if we expand, we'll be buying more of those each year. So here's another thing that we've set up to transition plants to. It's a cheap shelving that we found, wooden shelving. I'm sure it's available to everyone. And we've also bought some more plastic off of Amazon, that's working well for us. We're going to expand and probably make 2 or 3 more greenhouses for this summer too. So on this setup, we have a bunch of them connected. Like I told you before, how many you can do. There, as I light it up, you can see how bright they are. So like I said, we're going to be starting seeds pretty soon. I think first we'll be starting flowers because they need longer. And we also found we should have done our peppers a little bit early. So every time we have a problem or figure something out, we write it on the wall here. Last year, we started our peppers early like we should have, but the mice got to them. So come to find out, mice love to eat pepper plants. The tomato plants, no problem. They won't eat those at all, but the pepper plants, they really enjoy. And they took every one we had. We had hundreds and hundreds of seeds, and they leveled every one of them. So this year, we're going to grow our peppers maybe in our house, but the ones that are here, we're going to cover them with a piece of plastic so that the mice can't get at them. So we're going to do our best to keep them out. So another thing we've thought we knew from last year is to stagger plant our cucumbers. We had lots of cucumbers early, which people liked, but when they started later in the summer to want to start canning and pickling and stuff, we had run out. I know you can't charge as much for them later in this year, but it's nice to be able to have them for your customers when they want them. So that we're going to stagger plant our cucumbers so that we have them all summer and even into the fall this year. We've got our flower seeds all ready to go. Got quite a big variety. We enjoyed selling flowers at the market last year. And as far as vegetables, we've got most of our seed orders in. But when we start these flower plants, because we're doing them right away, what we're going to do, this is our first year of really saving a lot of seeds. We saved a few last year and they did okay. But we've saved a lot of seeds from last fall. So when we start these flowers in a week or so, or whenever we do, we're going to test some of our seeds that we save from our tomatoes and stuff. So it'll give us a good idea how the germination is going to be. We hope they do well, but we'll be able to tell right away and give us enough time that if we have to order more seeds, we'll have time to do that because as you know, tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff like that, they can be started much later than this. It seems weird to be doing a video on starting seeds on a cold, wintry, snowy day like today, but the future's so bright in our minds, I gotta wear shades. So spring's coming soon. Also, my name's Corey, and I do wear my sunglasses at night from time to time. You Canadians out there will get that. So the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. This is what we have. Things are working good, everything connected and working. Good. That's the video for today. We're gonna close off the video today. We're here by the pig pen. As you might be able to see, there's no activity going on here today. Sad to say, Earl and Murray finally met their fate. So we're going to dedicate today's video to Earl and Murray for all the work they've done for us. So here's a little flashback of some of the highlights of Earl and Murray. I don't speak pig Latin, but I'm pretty sure they're saying like and subscribe. They grow up so fast. Apples first.
the fruit.